Hey everybody, it's Gretchen. You're watching Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. Today is Election Day, November 8th, 2016. And there's Aurora. I'm in my daughter's room. Hopefully you didn't hear that, excuse me. This week's proof topic is coping mechanisms. Thought this would be a good topic considering it's a kind of a stressful day in this country. And no matter who you vote for, vote. There's my soapbox. So coping mechanisms, did you cope with food? What do you do now? What works, what doesn't? So, oh hell yes, I coped with food. I'm still a stress eater, to a point. So food was my comfort. Food was celebratory and somber and made me feel good. And now with the tool that I got from weight loss surgery, it's been an experience with trial and error. So I tried the whole exercise thing to relieve stress, and that works sporadically. The biggest thing for me is to remove myself from a situation. If I'm having a stressful minute at work or at home with family, with somebody else, I just need to take a step back. I still want to have a drink. I still want to have something to eat. I'm just trying to make those things more wise choices than a pint of Ben and Jerry's for dinner for 5 days in a row because I didn't feel that good. So I still try to exercise to cope with stress. That's my point, is about stress related things. After work today, I wanted to get some ice cream, and just sounded like it would be a good thing considering everything, or get something from the liquor store to watch the election results. And I didn't do that, partially because I need to get paid. But I already had my meals planned out. That's helped a lot. If I know what I'm making for dinner and I have it in my FitnessPal, it's kind of like a go-to to-do list. I find it a lot easier to avoid the bad things if I don't have it already allotted in my food diary for the day. I do stray from the food diary, but it's usually for something comparable. If I have a piece of fruit in my food diary and I don't want that, I choose a different piece of fruit, that sort of thing. But I'm still trying to cope with food. You know, the habits are hard to break, especially a habit you've had for 30 years or so. So yeah, I do try to exercise mainly to clear my head. I work in an office that has a very teeny tiny window, and I work by myself a lot. So if I need to get up from the computer, remove myself from the situation, take a walk, clear my head, especially during lunchtime. Not so much recently because the weather's gotten colder, but it's another thing that I've done to kind of decompress a little bit without having to eat something. Another thing that helped me today, I had something really, really good that I was looking forward to having for lunch, and I wanted to eat it before a meeting. Luckily, I had a meeting from 12 to 1, so I pushed lunch later than normal, and I stacked up on the water, and it helped get my water intake higher. Nobody's perfect, and anybody who says they're perfect slips up every once in a while. We're all human. You're not a bad person for going to, eat to cope. It's a matter of recognizing it and dealing with it in a different way. And I'm almost 2 years out and I'm still thinking that way. It's very much mental. Everybody has said they do surgery on your stomach, not your head. So to have to actually think about food that way, I feel like I'm thinking about food all the time. What am I going to eat? Grocery shopping, meal planning, logging. It's a full-time job, and you get burnout from that. So it's all about good choices and moderation, and especially after you're in the maintenance phase, maintenance doesn't go away. If you hit your goal or below, or you bounce, or you fluctuate 20 pounds up, whatever the situation may be, the idea of maintenance or dropping that weight, it's never going to go away. Luckily, we have the tool. We already have the tool, I should say. But again, it's a matter of consciously thinking about food and how's this going to make me feel? And am I going to feel worse? Did I dump before on this kind of food? 5 years ago, this food gave me a lot of pleasure, and that sugar, a little bit of a sugar high that mellows you out, and you could still get that sugar high, but did you dump before on it? Or did you get stomach cramps from it? Or did you spike your sugar really high and then crashed and want to take a nap? It's very mental. So yeah, coping mechanisms, stressful situations come and go, whatever the case may be. And it's a matter of what finding works for you. I'm a big proponent of trial and error. Try something once. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work, but then I'm going to try exercise again. I'm getting back into running, especially with the weather getting colder. I'm all gung-ho about a 5K on Thanksgiving, trying to get my daughter into that. Coping with lots of food on one day. It's, a balancing act. And it's a very fine line. And it's okay if you mess up. That's the point. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope everybody went to go vote. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Keep watching for another episode tomorrow. Bye.